Nice Micro Monday. Is paying for Linux a heresy? Well, due to the ambiguity of the word free in the English language, a lot of people, when they first hear about free software, think about software that you can get free of charge. So when some software claims to be free software, but then the authors are expecting payment for your download, people lose their minds and go crazy about it. And a lot of people switch to free software like the Linux operating system instead of Windows, and free software creative tools instead of Adobe project or products, because those things cost a lot of money. So why should I pay this much money for Microsoft Windows when I can just use a Linux distribution for free? And when they come across a Linux distribution that also asks for money, they think that, well, if I don't pay for Microsoft, why would I want to? If I don't want to pay for Microsoft, why would I want to pay to this company for the Linux distribution when I can just get Linux for free somewhere else? But what you have to know is that you do not, like, your first reason for not using Microsoft Windows or Adobe products is not because they cost a lot of money, but because they are not free software. They are proprietary software that do things on your computer that you have no rational way of double checking what they are doing. And also, so they don't let you to modify the program, which means that that program will run only things on your computer that they want and not what you want. This should be the first reason to switch to a free software alternative, especially for the operating system, and secondarily for other things that you are using on your computer. And the lower cost or the cost-free nature of that should be an added bonus. That's how you should be looking at. And well, not paying for something has some kind of downsides, which I've been experiencing lately with Arch Linux, because there is a program that I really like, and the official version in the repositories stopped working in May, I think, if I remember correctly. So a few months back there was already a bug report. By the time I realized it's not working, the bug is still not resolved, even though in the comment section there are suggestions on how to solve that, and you can actually just rebuild your package by yourself based on those suggestions. And I will have a tutorial of that up in my channel, my primary videos, like a tutorial. Do you remember when I used to do tutorials on this channel? So anyways, there will be a tutorial about solving that specific problem. But to that point, because you are not paying for Arch Linux, I'm not paying for Arch Linux, we don't really have any like a real way of pressuring the developers to solve the issues that are important for us. They are doing it in their free time for no compensation, so they will be solving the problems that they find more interesting or they find more important for themselves. And we non-paying users are left behind in that sense. And so in the case of Arch Linux specifically, but for Linux in general, things might break due to the nature of the update cycle. So Arch Linux specifically, they update the packages quite often, and even though there is testing, not every maintainer might catch every issue that crops up. Maybe they use some automated QA system that doesn't catch some bugs, or I don't know. I don't really know like the particulars of these recent issues, because I haven't been following the Arch Linux development mailing list in the last 4 or 5 months, so I am sorry for not being able to give more on these specific issues. But the thing is that there are some things that are not working, and it is outside of the power of the user to solve those. And in all honesty, when it comes to like Microsoft Windows operating system and something is not working, you are also probably out of luck, because this is just how Microsoft works, I guess. So can you imagine writing them an angry email that I paid this much for this operating system and now this is not working, fix it for me please? I don't think they would do that. The advantage of a paid Linux distribution, on the other hand, could be that because these distributions are, focused on much smaller market share than Microsoft Windows, they will have much less users coming in complaining, so probably they would have the ability to address all the complaints from the specific users or something. And while a lot of distributions do, it's free, but you can give a donation. I just recently heard an interview on the Late Night Linux podcast, which they showed that just psychologically, people will not donate if it's free and you can donate. But if they ask a price for the software, and there's like a default price, but you can go up, you can go down, and you can even just type in 0. This little trick will make people just pay up in general, and people will be, okay, I want to use this program, I don't mind paying $5 for it, so let's take it. They won't take the time to go down to 0 or something. And if they would have to donate, people will usually just download, use it, and think, okay, if I like it, I will donate, and then they forget to donate. So paying up upfront is something that might, help the development of the Linux distribution. So you could either have a package manager that will, for every program, offer you to pay for it, and maybe the maintainer for the package in the distro will get some money and the original creator of the software gets some money of it. Or you could have a distribution where you pay a monthly plan and you are guaranteed that the packages you use will be bug free for you, and if there is a bug you will have a direct line and you won't have any bad feeling to pester the developers to solve the issue because you pay them for that. And I could expect even I would like a feature where, for a bug report, for example, you could donate for the solution of the specific bug, for example. I think that would, the free market would, show the distribution maintainers which are the problems that are most pressing, because if it's a big problem, it's very pressing, even if it's only cropping up for a few users, they will be willing to pay maybe more, maybe donate more to solve that issue. So, instead of solving a minor issue that affects more people but they don't really care about, instead of that, you will have, so when a minor issue maybe a lot of people voted up, and the major issue only affects a few people, so not that many people voted up. But if they would be willing to pay more money per person, I guess that would signal to the developer that, okay, this issue is maybe should have a higher priority than that other minor issue that affects more users. But, that's just one kind of solution. So I think in general, because a lot of these free software projects are developed by people in their free times, but we could probably get, higher quality from our software if we could get some people earn some decent money on that, and then they would be maybe more inclined to work on the issues that the paying customers are looking for to be solved. So this was Nice Micro Monday, and I think paying for Linux is not heresy, and even asking money for Linux is not a heresy. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.